I don't give two shits if a character on TV looks like me or not. Lately, I've been hearing about this thing with media representation and how everybody feels like they think they need someone who looks like them on a movie or TV. I don't understand it because I have never given a fuck what anyone looks like when I've been watching TV or movies. I am confused at this level of ridiculousness about media representation because I think it actually hurts TV shows and movies when they go to this extreme of needing to have every kind of human packaging in every single show. The only part I understand about this argument is that they want the show to represent the groups of people in America or something, so that part is fine, but I don't agree with the extremeness. It feels like they're trying to fill a quota instead of focusing on the show, instead of focusing on the story, instead of focusing on the characters' backstories, instead of focusing on all the things that are important. They're hung up on whether the person is pale or dark. I could give a shit. And I don't know what is making people think that that is so important. I remember when I was a little kid, the very first person that I looked up to as a role model was Batman on the animated Batman cartoon series. And Bruce Wayne inspired me. Instead of wallowing over his parents' death for the rest of his life and becoming a bum in the basement of Wayne Manor, he decided to use the anger and the pain and all of the trauma that he went through from that experience to propel him to do great things. It propelled him to create his superhero identity and try and save other people from having that sort of level of trauma happen to them. And to me, that was admirable. That was inspirational. That was something I admired in Bruce Wayne. The fact that Bruce Wayne is a man, I could give a fuck. It didn't matter what his human packaging looked like. It was what was in his heart and what he did with his life experiences that made me admire him as a role model. So, and this is when I was a small child. So even then when I was little, I did not give a fuck what someone looked like. I didn't have to look like them to relate to them. So because that is something that's been instilled in me since I was little, as an adult now that I see people complaining and whining about media representation, I didn't really understand, and I still don't understand what the big fucking deal is, because as an adult, even now, when I watch shows, I still watch them the same way. I watch them for the character's personality, the character's life experiences, how the character deals with trauma in their life, how they learn from their problems. I thought that was the whole point of liking and relating to a character. Nothing about their appearance, as far as like needing them to be a certain way, was really that important to me. I saw an article where someone had said that they had never seen a woman scientist, but when they saw one, finally, it made them feel like they were able to be a scientist. And I was so confused because I'm like, if I wanted to do something, I just go and do it. I don't need permission from a fictional character to make a decision in my life. Why are you using the media as that big of an influence in your life? Media is entertainment. I don't understand this whole I need to wait for permission for someone on TV to do it first. What is that? That's ridiculous. This is a free country. Someone else in an article, there was a quote that said they felt validated when they saw a character on a TV show that looked like them. Had nothing to do with anything the character did or said, or they just looked like them, and then they were suddenly validated. And I'm like, what does that even mean? I don't need other people to validate me. Like, if I want to do something and I do it and then I get either a good or a bad result, or I get a mediocre result, and if I decide that I no longer enjoy that thing because of the result, then I just change, I just don't do it anymore. Or if I do something and I get a good result, then I do it again. If I do something and I get a bad result, but I still want to do that thing, then I will improve myself, try to figure out what I did wrong to get the bad result, and then fix what I did, and then potentially get a better result. Like, that's how I validate things that I do. I don't really rely on other people, and I don't understand this need. It's almost like this, like, desperation almost, and I don't think that I, like, give a fuck about that. I don't think that everyone should give a fuck about that, because that's when you turn into this kind of shit where I've started feeling like shows with extreme media representation, it's like the storyline takes a back seat, but then at the same time I don't really learn anything about the characters. They're just there and they all look different, and that's it. And like, I find myself having a very hard time investing my time in shows like that, or like I'm having to watch like 4 or 5 episodes before I can even fucking figure out what the hell the storyline is, or how any of these people are like related to each other, and when I say related, I don't mean like family members. I just mean like, in what relation are they? Like, are they friends? Are they enemies? Are they, that kind of thing. This extreme media representation, it just takes something away from stories. And I don't like that. And I don't enjoy watching things like that, because I feel like that's kind of more like it's taking more away from like a fictional storyline, and then it's becoming more towards just like, it feels just empty. The show feels empty and pointless, and then I don't want to watch it. And I really don't think that that's what the people who are for extreme media representation want. I'm sure they want people to watch their stuff, but I'm telling you that if you go overboard and crazy like that, there are some people like me who are just not going to even give your show a chance, because if I can't get into it within 4 or 5 episodes, if you can't make me give a shit about a single character on the show in 5 episodes, you're doing something wrong. Be civil, stop being entitled whiny little assholes. And the only person who needs to accept you is you. My name is Veronica, and I'll see you on the next video.